day, everyone. Imagine trying to understand about a company like Genting Berhad without knowing much about the business. Let's get into it.
Genting Berhad? What's that?
The nature of Genting Berhad business is mainly in leisure and hospitality, which include hotel, resort, casino, and theme park, both in Malaysia and overseas. This standard helps investors and other users of financial statement to understand the different part of performing company rather than viewing the company as a whole. In a simple term, FAR570 said that if the company has a different type of business or operation, it must disclose the financial result of each major segment separately, in the same way that top management review them. The Chief Operating Decision Maker (CODM) of Genting Berhad is Datuk Sri Lee Chong-yan, who serves as a President and Executive Director. Meanwhile, for Malaysia Smelting Cooperating Berhad, the CODM is Mr. Yap Seng Chong, who serves as Independent and Non-Executive Director.
There are two types of segmental reports, which are business segments and also geographical segments. For business segments, an example is from Genting Berhad. From their 2024 annual report, the main business activities is leisure and hospitality, which collect revenue at 10.7 billion ringgit. Meanwhile, the other segments, which is properties and investment and others, which total collected revenue around 11 billion ringgit. For geographical segments, an example from Petronas Berhad. In 2024, the highest revenue came from Malaysia, followed by China, Indonesia, Thailand, the rest of Asian countries, Sweden, and also the rest of the world. So, this shows that the Petronas report shows what the company does and also where the company operates, and also where the customers are located. In summary, so the business segment shows that what the company does, and also the geographical segment shows that where it operates and also where are the customers are located.
Do you know that Genting Malaysia does not just earn from casino or hotels in Malaysia? They actually invest across several segments of product and various regions.
Segmental report? What's that for?
Well, they actually provide two key benefits for financial statement user. Wanna know what? Let's go! First, it helps investor and analysts understand performance difference across business area. For example, Genting's leisure and hospitality segments continues to generate the majority of its revenue, mainly from resort work Genting and its international casinos. This allows users to see where most profits are actually coming from and how each segment performs under different economic conditions. Without this breakdown, users will not be able to access whether Genting's earning growth is driven by its core tourism business or other venture. Secondly, segmental reporting improves risk assessment and decision-making for stakeholders. For example, in Genting's report, under investment and others, the company actually disclosed that it invests in oil and gas, power generation, and biotechnology. Well, this is particularly interesting because it shows how Genting diversifies beyond the leisure industry to balance cyclical risks. When tourism revenue declines, return from the oil and gas sector can offset potential losses, giving investors a clear view of Genting's risk diversification strategy.
FAR570. This standard explains how companies should prepare and present financial statements for periods shorter than a full year, like semi-annual or quarterly. The main purpose of FAR570 report is to provide timely and reliable information to users, such as investors and management, so they can see the company's performance throughout the year. It requires companies to use the same accounting policies as in their annual report and to disclose important events or changes that occur during the interim period.
So, what is the significant event of this company? First, on 28/2025, the company issued 300 million of Sukuk Murabahah. This sukuk carries a 5-year tenure with a profit of 3.88% per annum. This issuing form part of the group broader Sukuk Murabahah program of 1.5 billion. Second,
Second, on the same date, the company also issued 500 million of Sukuk Wakalah. This consists of Sukuk with tenure of 7 and 12 years, offering profit rates of 3.93% and 4.05% per annum respectively. This issuance fall under 2 billion Sukuk Wakalah. Finally, on 5 June 2025, the company redeemed 1 billion of Sukuk Murabaha that had been originally issued in 2015. This redemption reflects the natural maturity or refinancing cycle of the group debt instrument.
So, what is the financial impact?
The impact is financing structure. The new Sukuk issuance includes long-term liabilities while the redemption reduces older debt. This changed the composition of total borrowings and made us replace higher cost debt with more efficient financing. Last, it is impact financial position and ratios. This change affect liabilities and may slightly impact equity if transaction costs are capitalized. Overall, they influence the liquidity and risk exposure. Second significant event is Genting Malaysia Berhad complete two major acquisitions. The first was the acquisition of Genting Casino Stratford Limited in the United Kingdom, which used to be known as Expert Stratford City. Genting bought the entire company for around GBP 27.8 million, which is roughly 159 million. This acquisition was completed in April 2025 and it allowed Genting to strengthen its presence in the UK gaming market. The second acquisition took place in May 2025 when Genting Malaysia bought the remaining 51% ownership in Genting Empire Resort LLC in the United States for about USD 41 million or around 174 million. Before this, Genting only owned 49%, so after the purchase, Empire Resort became a fully owned subsidiary of the group. From these two acquisitions, Genting gained about 1.15 billion worth of assets, mainly from property equipment and intangible assets. However, it also recorded around 1.05 billion of goodwill. This represents the premium Genting paid, expecting future growth and benefit from this business. At the same time, there was a one-off accounting loss of 30.3 million when Empire Resort changed from being an associate company to a full subsidiary. This is just an accounting adjustment, not an actual cash loss. Now, let's take a look at the type of interim report. Financial year of Genting Berhad was divided into 4 quarters. The first quarter runs from 1st January until 31st March, the second quarter from 1st April until 30 June, the third quarter from 1st July until 30 September, and lastly the fourth quarter from 1st October until 31st December. We're moving to the overview for the current and comparative interim financial statement. I will start with statement of profit or loss for the second quarter. Both the revenue and profit figures shows Genting's steady performance compared to the previous year corresponding quarter. Overall, Genting Berhad maintains a strong and stable statement of financial position as of June 2025, with total asset of RM 104.7 billion, nearly unchanged from year-end 2024, which is RM 105 billion. Compared to the same period in 2024, the company profit for the first half of 2025 was lower. As a result, the company's total comprehensive income is RM 122 million for 2025, down from RM 1.8 billion in 2024. Turning to Genting Berhad's cash flow, while the company's operating cash flow remains strong at RM 2.82 billion in current year, it is lower than the RM 3.67 billion generated in the same period last year.